All right, I think by looking at pirates, we can understand something that's missing from most guys' fitness journeys nowadays, which is a spirit of wonder and adventure, right? This is what I want to explain and talk about a little bit in this video. And also know, looking back at my own weight loss journey up to this point, I've lost around 30 pounds, I can see how that is the thing that actually started moving the needle for me after years of trying everything and failing most diets that I ever tried. I was only finally able to lose weight when I kind of started taking it with the spirit of adventure, right? So, first thing I want to just preface by saying this, right? It's like this is a bit of a question. Have you ever stopped to look at the sea? Okay, for me to explain this, what I mean by looking at pirates and whatever is like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? Have you ever stopped to look at the sea, right? So lately I was at the beach, some like last month I think I was at the beach. I was looking at the sea, and you can hear the crashing of the waves over and over again. And I don't know if that happens to you guys, but at least it happens with me. And whenever I'm looking at a big body of water, I just want to jump in. Whenever I'm looking at a pool, whenever I'm looking at a lake, at a river, at the sea, I just want to jump in. And when we look historically, man always had this thing about the sea. We were always drawn to the sea. I start to even think that maybe the sirens, right? The sirens, the mythological creature that sings and sailors jump into the sea, going after that song. It was like maybe the sea itself is a form of the siren, right? When you hear those waves crashing rhythmically, it's almost like a song. It's almost like it's inviting you in, right? That pool of the sea is almost inviting you to be part of it, to enjoy it. And that has always been a big drive of man, right? It's like you look at the great navigations, 15th century, you had all those guys going into boats to cross the sea, cross the Atlantic with no guarantee of ever coming back. Only guarantee is that it was going to suck and they were probably going to die, right? You have the Portuguese were quite good at that. I am Brazilian, for those that do not know, that just showed up with this video randomly. I am Brazilian, right? Born and raised. And there's this Portuguese poet. His name is Fernando Pessoa. And he writes this poet called The Portuguese Sea that I want to read to you guys now. And I think it encapsulates pretty well the spirit of adventure that comes from this being drawn to the sea and being drawn to this adventure of the unknown. It goes like this. O salted sea, how much of your salt are tears of Portugal? For crossing you, how many mothers wept, how many children prayed in vain, how many brides remained unmarried for you to be ours, O sea? Was it worth it? Everything is worthwhile if the soul is not small. The ones who want to go beyond Boyador have to go beyond pain. God overboard danger and the abyss gave, but it was in it that he mirrored the sky. So it's just this very beautiful poem about how the sea got so many brides to remain unmarried and so many children to pray and so many wives to cry and so many mothers to lose their sons. And even though knowing all of that, we still went for it, right? We will still go. The guys will still go for it. And it's the spirit of adventure that you see in the classical pirates. A guy that decides that, you know what, I don't want to be bound by any rules of civilization. And then you look at modern fitness. Okay, this is how we tie everything together. You look at modern fitness and you look how everyone is trying to optimize and think about everything so much and make everything into procedures and optimized and science-based. Everything has to be tested and proved and analyzed and meta-analyzed and analyzed a bunch of analysis so you can come to the conclusion that you have to lift weights in a certain way, eat in a certain way, do things a certain way, rest for this much time, make your split like this, train this muscles this way. It's such optimization. Like, we refuse to do anything if we don't know the results of that thing. Think about that. How many people refuse to do something if they don't know the results of that thing? Right? Where's the adventure of that? Where's the spirit that has always called us to do great things? So what happened to me, for example, is that at some point I was just like, you know what? This makes sense, right? I decided at some point that it's like, well, I've tried a bunch of things, nothing worked. I'm going to do this thing. I don't know if it's safe. I don't know if it's sustainable. I don't know if it's going to work out, but I am just going to fast, right? I was just going to have one meal a day until I get to the weight that I want to. It's literally like I'm going to stop eating until I get to the physique that I want. Like, all things considered, it wasn't even that extreme, right? It's like, oh, what if or something else that I did is like, what if I stop training legs? I can just do body weight stuff. I like the size of my legs. I don't want to build more muscle on my legs. I'm just trying to lose weight. And force is not optimized. It's not the science-based approach. You look online, you're gonna have thousands and thousands and thousands of comments of people saying about like, oh no, this whole fasting thing is as effective as counting calories. Oh, you have to train every muscle twice a week. Oh, you have to eat this many grams of protein. It's like, what if I just do what I think would work for me? Why don't I just test it out? Right? Why don't I just test it out and see how it goes? Right? Do something without knowing exactly what the results are going to be, without trying to calculate everything, without trying to optimize the joy out of everything that I do. What if I just give it a shot and see how it goes? It's like, oh, well, fuck it if it's not the most effective method. I don't give a shit. It worked. Right? I don't give a flying fuck if, oh, you could have done this in less time. Oh, you could have done this in 2-3 years of training if you follow the right method. It's like, what about you go suck my dick and follow the right method of I don't know. I don't care. Fuck it. What's the point, right? What's the point? That's why people call it a fitness journey, right? It's like it's supposed to be a journey. Is not supposed to be perfect. A journey is not supposed to be all calculated and predictable. So that's why I'm saying, that's why the title of this video is to train like a pirate and you won't ever have to think about fitness again, because you just let your intuition go and guide you. And it's like, man, what if I just try this out? What if I try this little different thing that I want to? It's like, now the question for me is like, can I get gains can I get in shape and get into a good physique by minimizing and simplifying my training to literally just doing like pull-ups, dips, and push-ups, and like bodyweight squats and stuff like that. That's currently kind of the quest that I'm into, is like, can I just do like basic calisthenic movements and still get good gains? It's like, I don't know if it's going to work. I don't know what's going to happen, if it's a good idea or not. Like, technically, yeah, sure, whatever. It's like, I'm not gonna die for that I'm sure, but it's like, it's just a question that pops up in my mind. It's like, why do I have to keep myself constrained by all this fitness rules, by all this optimized methods of doing anything? That's what I'm talking about when I say to think like a pirate. Like the pirate, he just wanted to go after his ambitions without being bound by any sort of law, structure, organization. Of course, they formed their own organizations, but they didn't like the ones that they were currently in, so they just fucked off. And it's like, yes, it's going to be dangerous. Yes, it's uncertain. Yes, I could just die tomorrow. However, I do have the spirit of wonder inside myself, and I have a mission. And that's all that you need, all right? So that's for today's video, boys. I'll see you guys next time. Cheers.